Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine a world where the machines that build our world, everything from pharmaceutical lines making life-saving drugs to the assembly robots for our favorite gadgets. Imagine they aren't just efficient, but, well, intelligent, flexible, and they communicate seamlessly. Today, we're taking an in-depth exploration into really a pivotal shift in industrial automation. Our focus, IEC 61499. This deep dive is your shortcut to understanding not just what this international standard is, but I think more importantly, how it's poised to fundamentally reshape factory floors. We've pulled together insights from, well, a stack of sources, including advanced research and discussions shaping the upcoming IEETFA 2025 conference
Yeah.
to guide our conversation.
Right. And our mission here is really to go beyond the buzzwords. We want to arm you with the core insights from these sources, helping you grasp why IEC 61499 is gaining such significant traction and, what its practical implications truly mean for the future of manufacturing. It's a move towards a much more agile and adaptable industrial landscape.
Yeah. Agile is a good word for it. And fittingly, the energy around these advancements seems to be converging at a key event, the IEETFA 2025 conference. That's where leading minds will gather in Porto, Portugal, September 2025, to explore the very best practices and innovations driving this, well, pretty monumental shift. So let's jump right into the heart of it then, IEC 61499. For anyone looking to stay ahead in industrial automation, this really does sound like a game changer. It's an international standard that's offering a radically different, more modular and distributed way to design control systems,
Right.
moving us far beyond the limitations of traditional programmable logic controllers or, PLCs.
Exactly. And what's truly revolutionary about IEC 61499 lies in its core architecture. It's quite different. Instead of monolithic, vendor-specific code that, lives on a single PLC, it introduces this concept of function blocks.
Wow.
Think of them like self-contained, reusable software components, little intelligent Lego bricks, maybe.
Okay, yeah, I like that analogy. Lego bricks.
Each block can encapsulate a specific piece of control logic, like a motor starter or a safety interlock, or even a complex algorithm. And these blocks don't just process data sequentially, which is the old way. They communicate with each other through events. This event-driven approach is a significant departure from the traditional cyclic scanning of PLCs.
Right, the constant scanning.
Yeah, this allows for far more responsive, distributed, and truly modular control systems, where logic can run on any compliant hardware, really anywhere on the factory floor.
That's a powerful distinction.
Huh.
So it's not just about making things, I don't know, faster necessarily, but fundamentally changing how engineers conceive and build control systems. That's a massive shift in mindset for an industry that's, well, relied on PLCs for decades. What are some of the biggest, maybe most tangible benefits that these sources highlight for companies adopting something so different? Because it is different.
That's an excellent point because, while the technical benefits are clear, the human and operational elements are crucial. You can't ignore those. The papers we've reviewed indicate several immediate, tangible advantages. First, there's this unprecedented software reusability. Imagine building a motor control function block once, testing it thoroughly, and then being able to deploy it on, say, a Siemens, Rockwell, or ABB controller without rewriting a single line of code.
Wow, okay. That alone sounds huge.
It is huge. This drastically cuts down development time and engineering costs. One source highlighted a case study where a global manufacturer estimated something like a 40% reduction in re-engineering costs, simply by reusing IEC 61499 function blocks across different production sites, which was previously, unthinkable with vendor-specific code.
40%,
Yeah.
that's significant.
Definitely. Second, it fosters vendor independence and reduces lock-in. This is a big one. With traditional systems, you're often tied to one vendor's hardware and software ecosystem. It's just how it worked. IEC 61499 breaks that open, allowing you to mix and match the best hardware for a specific task with a standardized, portable software layer.
So best of breed becomes actually possible.
Precisely. And third, it provides greater flexibility and scalability. Factories can now adapt to changing market demands much faster, need to add a new robot, or reconfigure a production line. With IEC 61499, you're often just sort of rearranging function blocks and their event connections, not recoding entire systems from scratch, which is incredibly time-consuming and error-prone.
Right.
These aren't just, theoretical advantages. They directly impact a company's bottom line and competitive agility. It's real business value.
It really does sound like a genuine paradigm shift, almost like the industrial equivalent of plugging in a USB drive and having it just work, regardless of the brand, And this drive for open standards and modularity is clearly creating a buzz throughout the industry. If you want to see where that buzz is loudest, where the leading minds are converging, our sources point directly to Porto, Portugal, in September 2025, the site of the IETFA conference.
Indeed. The IETFA 2025 conference is definitely considered a flagship event for industrial and factory automation. Hosted by the IE Industrial Electronics Society and interestingly co-organized by universalautomation.org, it's a critical nexus. It's where the international community comes together to share the latest research, present innovative ideas, and map out future directions for the entire domain. It truly is the gathering of the minds shaping tomorrow's industries.
Yeah, it sounds like the place to be for this topic. And if you're wondering why attending the industry forum, specifically on September 10th, could be crucial, our sources reveal some truly compelling reasons. It's not just presentations. It seems like a focused deep dive into real-world applications. Attendees can expect to gain valuable insights into the current landscape, discover the latest technological advancements, and, perhaps most importantly, get practical guidance on integrating these innovations into existing systems, which isn't always easy.
No, it's not. And that's where the rubber meets the road, as they say. For anyone looking to implement these changes, practical guidance is absolutely paramount. The forum is structured to offer diverse perspectives tailored to different groups. For technology vendors, it's a prime stage to showcase their latest IEC 61499-enabled solutions, what they've built. For end users like Novo Nordisk, who are explicitly named in the agenda, which is interesting.
Yeah, that caught my eye too. A big name.
Right. They'll be sharing how new technologies are boosting production efficiency, optimizing supply chains, and maintaining those incredibly high drug manufacturing standards. This is where you see the direct impact, the actual results.
And it doesn't stop there, does it? What about integrators and startups?
Exactly. System integrators can acquire crucial insights on seamlessly integrating these automation technologies into sustainable industrial solutions. That's essential for successful deployments, of course. And even startups will be on hand, sharing their innovative methods that perhaps simplify tech integration, enhance real-time monitoring, and drive AI automation within this new framework. It's a comprehensive approach, really catering to everyone involved in the automation ecosystem.
Okay, so a real mix of perspectives.
Definitely. Now, let's zero in on the core of the industry forum agenda. Two pivotal panels that truly bring the practical application of IEC 61499 to life. The first is Panel 1, IEC 61499 in practice, experience exchange about implementing the technology. Moderated by Ejla Trakic from universalautomation.org. What truly stands out here is the range of companies sharing their actual implementation experiences.
Okay, so real stories from the trenches.
Pretty much. We're talking about industry players like AFRY, Harmony System, J&W, Kylan, Novo Nordisk again, and Platinum. This isn't theoretical. These are businesses on the front lines grappling with and solving real-world production challenges using IEC 61499. From optimizing drug manufacturing to streamlining complex engineering projects. It's very practical.
And the second panel, that one sounded really interesting too, bridging OT and IT.
Yes, Panel 2, infrastructural control architecture. Bridging OT and IT through open standards, modular hardware, and IEC 61499 enabled control. This panel, moderated by Franco Cavadini from G3N, brings us to a crucial aha moment for anyone in industrial operations. It's about the seamless integration of operational technology, OT, that's the hardware and software that directly controls physical processes, the machines on the factory floor.
Right, the shop floor stuff.
Exactly. Integrating that with information technology, IT, which manages data, networks, and business systems across the whole enterprise.
And those two worlds have traditionally been very, very separate, haven't they?
Historically, yes. OT and IT have been separate, almost walled-off domains. OT was often proprietary, rugged, focused on real-time control, while IT was about data, networks, business logic. This separation created massive integration headaches and, frankly, data silos. Information just didn't flow easily. What this panel will explore is how IEC 61499, combined with open standards and modular hardware, provides a unified, open framework to overcome these challenges.
Okay, so it acts as the bridge.
It enables the bridge, yes. Companies like Advantech, Amarim, Barbara, Penguin Solutions, and Yokogawa will be discussing how this critical convergence enables a truly integrated, data-driven factory, bringing real-time production data directly into business intelligence systems, for example, and allowing IT to maybe influence OT more intelligently. It's a fundamental shift towards a smarter, more connected enterprise.
So what does this all mean, this convergence of OT and IT? powered by standards like IEC 61499. What does it ultimately mean for you listening? It seems like it's moving us towards what universalautomation.org calls a plug-and-produce solution. Is that right?
That's
Imagine being able to easily swap out a robotic arm or reconfigure an entire production line, and the control software just adapts almost automatically.
That's the vision, yes. The power of separating software from hardware. It creates this unprecedented flexibility. It drastically reduces complexity and significantly speeds up development and deployment cycles. That's the promise.
It's like the industrial equivalent of having an app store for your factory, where you can download and deploy new functionalities without worrying so much about the underlying hardware. Is that too simplistic?
It's a useful analogy, maybe a bit simplistic, but captures the spirit. To elaborate on universalautomation.org's role, they are emphatically focused on building the ecosystem and fostering collective innovation by prioritizing the separation of software from hardware. This decoupling is incredibly powerful because it invites different vendors to contribute to a shared, open ecosystem.
So breaking down those walls again.
Exactly. When control logic isn't tied to specific hardware, innovation accelerates across the entire industry. It becomes a collective effort. This helps reduce the infamous vendor lock-in, leading to more agile, efficient, and ultimately future-proof automation systems for everyone involved. It signifies a fundamental rethinking of how industrial control is conceived, developed, and delivered. And crucial to this is understanding that projects like Eclipse Fordiac, which our sources mention, are actively making this a reality.
Oh, Fordiac, right.
Yeah, it's an open-source framework that provides a complete, compliant implementation of IEC 61499. It gives developers the tools to actually build these new systems today. It's not just theory.
Good point. It's happening now. And beyond the compelling presentations and discussions, the ETFA conference also represents a unique opportunity for networking, I assume.
Oh, absolutely. It's about connecting with experts, researchers, and practitioners in the automation field. It's a chance to be part of the movement that's driving this paradigm shift, to meet the people actually doing it.
Makes sense. And for those eager to jump in, registration for this significant event opens when? July 2025.
That's what the sources indicate, yes.
Right.
July 2025.
Okay. So we've taken an in-depth exploration into the, well, pretty exciting world of IEC 61499. We've delved into its function block architecture and that event-driven core. We've explored how it's being put into practice, bridging that crucial gap between IT and OT, and highlighted the discussions happening at the upcoming IEETFA 2025 conference. From enabling truly plug-and-produce solutions to fostering a new era of collective innovation, the future of industrial automation seems, well, dynamic and full of revolutionary potential.
It really does. And this raises an important question for you, our listener. As automation continues its rapid evolution, consider how these advancements, particularly the separation of software from hardware, might not just optimize our factories, but fundamentally change the skills and roles needed in the industrial workforce. What new opportunities might this newfound flexibility create for innovation and career paths in your field? For instance, will the demand for, say, low-code or even no-code automation skills redefine what it means to be an automation engineer in the future? It's something to think about.
That's a really interesting thought to end on, the human element, the skills shift. We hope this deep dive has given you a valuable shortcut to being well-informed about a critical shift in how the world makes things, and perhaps, spark some ideas about your own place in this evolving landscape.